Warning, 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 warning. This is an emergency broadcast. Code red, here we are. Pick up your iPads, your cell phones, and have me and listen to Uncle the Podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, or if you're standing up, you better get ready for this, because it's gonna hit the eardrums. Uncle the Podcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here with me is the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. 209 we're at.
We did it. 209th episode of Uncle the Broadcast. Live Friday night, every Friday night on Ochelling.com. 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is January 15th, 2021. Live on Ochelling.com.
Middle of the month already, people. Middle of the month.
Middle. We're already at the middle
of this new year.
It's exciting. I can see already, Uncle, that the chat over at our Twitch page is quite lively.
Oh, there! I hear some knocks on my window, on my ears.
Yeah, yes.
That's how I can tell.
So we've got creative accidents.
They're knocking crazy. They're knocking crazy. I can hear them. Bang, bang, bang.
Yeah.
I like hear noise.
Yeah, it's exciting. So I'll pull up the chat here so everybody can see it. We have this Twitch. No, that's
well, we can't see their faces.
Yeah. We're live on all sorts of different platforms. We're live on Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube, as well as Ochelling.com. So we're doing this every Friday, Uncle. We're doing the live stream video thing. Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's exciting. And I know that Lucum, listener to the show, always engaged at the Ochelling.com chat room, mentioned he might call in. Maybe call in tonight, Lucum. I'd love to have you speak with us on the Uncle Show here. So if you want to, you know the number. It's 319-527-5016. And everybody's invited to call. 319-527-5016. Or you can message Chuck on Skype. It's charles.ochelli on Skype. So please do call in, join the show, be a part of the show. And, just thank you for being here.
Quick check-in from, because Uncle always likes to know who's listening around the world. So I'm going to tell you that we have a listener in the Ukraine. We have listeners in Australia. We have listeners in Canada. We have listeners in France, the UK, all simultaneously on the stream. And you guys who are across the ocean somehow or other, even in Oceania, if you want to, send me a message on Skype and ask me to bring you into the call, and I will do so, charles.ochelli. But plenty of people from all over the U.S. Most unusual U.S. name today is, looks like Canada Flint Ridge or something in California. Okay, I don't know where that is. Yeah, that's an unusual one.
Interesting.
But Columbus, Ohio, Houston, Texas, I mean, our friends in Washington State. Let's see, where else really quickly here? We have, Columbus, Ohio. There's another one in Canada. I don't recognize that either. Barry or Bari in Canada. Let's see, La Canada Flint Ridge, California. I have no idea what that is. But again, let's see, Houston, Texas, Springfield, Missouri, and Springfield, Michigan. Okay, there we go. Riverside, California, Houston, Texas, Montreal, Canada. That's Canada. Let's see, our friends in Louisiana. Nobody in Georgia tonight. Let's see, Florida. Yeah, you're on there too. And it's unspecified somewhere in Florida. Let's see where else. What did I miss so far? Massachusetts. There we go. I've never heard of that part of Massachusetts, but Faint Ridge or something like this. Anyways, Kentucky, Tennessee. Where else? Las Vegas came and went a couple times. Las Vegas, Nevada for some reason. And Oklahoma. Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Okay, there you go. That's a quick rundown on who's listening. But, of course, we'll find out who's calling if you want to call in, 319-527-5016. So there's your check-in at the beginning of the show, Uncle, to let you know who's actually listening.
Okay, thank you.
Not bad, huh, Uncle?
Not bad.
Got some good listenership.
We can since we're going to talk, and there's no one yet online, I want to talk about these new hirings.
New hirings, okay.
In Jacksonville.
Are you talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars NFL team?
I was listening to this guy.
All right.
People, we know about this usual fellow, but he just got hired from the Mustache Man, owner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay, the owner has a mustache. All right.
And I used to work in that stadium in the top of it.
Yes.
I remembered.
Yes.
Since we can talk about it.
Well, you lived in Jacksonville for a while.
Yes, I lived there. And I was working on the hot dog stand.
You worked in a hot dog stand
in that stadium when I was working with the Knights.
Yeah. So you were basically doing volunteering
work.
With the Knights of Columbus inside the stadium that the Jaguars use, the NFL stadium. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And,
that was fun, probably, huh?
Yeah. And so what Burt Myers said, he's happy to be home with his own family back there because he knows about that home in Florida.
Oh, okay.
So they got the person they want, and see what happens there for next year.
Uncle, we have a question from our chat. Uncle, what do you think about Yellowstone wolf guy getting organic food in jail? Do you know? Do you know who the QAnon shaman is?
No idea.
He is that guy who wore like the buffalo helmet to the DC.
Oh wait, you mean the guy that went into the White House?
Yeah.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah. That was looking funny.
He had the face paint. The horns.
The horns up with the whole face like him. Mm-hmm. I think they all should be arrested.
Well, he has been.
And also Trump leading the parade.
Yeah.
I think it's true that guy has got to, they got to do something, and I'm glad that the House lady is finally putting the minds to ease. Pelosi is getting it subbed and done.
She's getting the job done, huh?
Yeah. Wow. Now it goes through the, routine process.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're trying to tell me that it was a foolish voting. How can that be a foolish voting when I voted even?
A foolish voting?
This is not proper.
Wait, what was you're saying that a vote for Biden was a fool's vote? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm saying that the people voted right way, but they're saying that it wasn't really happening.
Well, of course, you're talking about stopthesteal.com.
Yeah, stop the steal.
Because clearly the election was stolen because Donald Trump didn't win. I mean, how could that possibly have happened?
He jumps up there and says he won. First of all, you don't get that fast an emotion of the winners because it was too early to say in the first place. Because in the first place, it takes, I didn't even know this, it takes over 12 o'clock even before you even know if it's close. If it was close, but it wasn't close.
Yeah, no.
So he called it earlier. But I'm just saying that things like that is what I'm talking about.
Well,
the voting process.
Yeah. I mean, Donald Trump said it was stolen, and people believed him.
Believed him. That was his followers believed him. No, it was his followers that believed him. Yeah. No one else.
I noticed that.
And that was it. That was his followers. Whoever. Well, we saw who they were, of course, up into the White House.
Yeah.
From that standpoint.
They definitely do believe him. And yeah, so the QAnon shaman, the guy with the buffalo helmet and the face paint and no shirt,
him too.
The story is that he's in jail awaiting trial for doing all this, and he was on a hunger strike, I suppose, because he refuses to eat anything but organic food, and now he's getting organic food sent in from Trader Joe's. I'm not sure what all the logistics of that are, but that's what's happening.
He's following your wife. Ideas.
Buying food from Trader Joe's?
No.
Organic?
No, the organic.
Sure.
Because she likes organic. Oh, her sisters.
Yeah.
Ideas. Colton, this is what's happening.
I see that. Yeah. I mean, well, it might be a good idea eating organic, but I mean, when one is in jail awaiting trial, I mean, beggars can't be choosers, I would think. So
man, he's looking for food with no meat.
Yeah, food with no meat. Yeah,
that's what it is.
He's somehow the organic food came through. I don't know if it was from Trader Joe's because he felt so bad for him, if it was his mom bringing it in from Trader Joe's, or what it was, because his mother has been named in the story too, and I guess he had been living in her home with her and all this, So I don't know. Interesting story there. But what about the mustache guy? I mean, this sounds like a guy who knows how to make firm fashion choices, first of all. So I think if he's doing that, he knows how to pick football players too, maybe. We're talking about Jacksonville again. You want to get back to that?
Yeah, it's the owner. There's an owner, and then there's another owner, and then they hire him. That's the system how it runs in football.
That's the rundown. Huh?
That's how they run it on the rundown.
Okay, that's the rundown of the rundown. Okay,
yeah, that's how they run the business, I should say.
Okay,
so
I see how it works now.
And so it falls in that one position now that they got him. Who'd
they get? They get a new player? Is that what we're talking about?
They got Myers, the old Myers from the Gators.
A guy who played on the Florida Gators college team?
Yeah.
Is now on Jacksonville team? Okay.
That he knows Florida.
Yeah, sure. So he's a Florida guy.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It makes sense that he's there. Okay.
So but I heard it today on the 212 station now, NFL's channel.
Okay, so a new player.
They had an interview with him.
Very exciting.
Like I'm doing here with those people, talking on the show, and the same way he talking to them.
Oh yeah, like talk radio.
Talk radio thing.
This is talk radio.
Well, yeah, and this is what he was doing.
Cool.
And listening to those guys talk.
I love listening to people talk. It's like one of my favorite things to do.
Well, that you were working.
I was.
You were working.
Today?
You don't know about this. I was doing it. I was watching.
I would have liked to have been here listening to that show, whatever it was. That'd be good. Yeah. Hey, if you want to call in, again, call in everybody tonight, 319-527-5016. We are taking your calls as we do every Friday night on Ochelling.com. Can also.
Who's going to be the first caller on this line?
Who will it be? We're all waiting. We can't wait to find out.
I wonder where Ed's at.
Oh, Ed? Yeah, Ed, of course, is a regular caller.
I know he's a regular caller.
He sends us mail as well. So, I mean, he's sure to call
been checking
in.
the mailbox?
It's been a little bit. I need to go back in and check again. There might be something good in there when I do, I'm guessing. So I have to check back.
Also, got to get those cards out.
Oh, yeah, got to get the cards out. I might do a mail day sometime here soon and get the cards out.
That last week.
Well, I always say it.
Yeah, I know, but you never do it. I know, the system sidekick.
It's bound to happen eventually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so anyway, yeah, but I'm still, I know we're catching grief from it at the Ochelling.com chat room for having the Twitch channel, but I couldn't be more excited about live streaming video. I've mentioned this before, but I feel like a kid, my enthusiasm just for media production I feel like it's back, like it kind of ebbs and flows, but I feel like I'm really excited again to make media like I have felt excited over the years. This is one of those things that's like, this is cool. You have your own live TV station. You're going out to multiple channels, essentially, with the Twitch, the Periscope, the YouTube, all that, the Ochelling.com. That's just real exciting. I don't know. And I'm thinking, Uncle, of maybe on the Twitch channel. Is our ceiling okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking at myself.
Okay, yeah, I understand.
I like this background.
I might, after this show, continue on Twitch. So if anybody maybe go over there, and I might just, play some music and goof around for a few minutes or so, because I've seen these live stream videos that people do on there.
I still wanna get it on my phone to see it, but I can't. Yeah. I keep telling you.
We might have to get that app on there.
I don't have it yet.
It just blows my mind, the duration of these live streams.
I want to see these live streams, but I can't.
I'll show you some. So what we'll do is I'll have you.
I saw some last week. I saw some last week. Yeah, I saw some.
We'll have to. I'll bring you in here in the room, and then we'll watch Twitch together. We'll go and we'll browse around and we'll see who's streaming, and then I'll show you just so you get a sense of the community, the website, so you know what I'm talking about. We'll do that. So we haven't done that. We'll do it. So we'll take the time. And Creative Accidents is there on the Twitch chat. He's asking, how's the new house? Will you be serving organic food there to visitors? You guys review a beer or something.
I think he's thinking of the desert house.
I can't tell if he means that. To me, this house that we're in here in Riverside is kind of a new house too. So I don't know if you mean that, or I assume you mean Landers. Yeah.
Yeah, Landers. I believe it's Landers he's talking
work
about.
In progress.
It's still been, just me. Accidents. You're the same as me. I'm trying to just thinking, when are they ever gonna get the sign over?
Patience.
I've been sitting here waiting since.
Patience.
It's like this patience thing going on around here.
All we need is a little patience.
Yeah.
Right?
And you're patient.
Yeah, you know the song. I know you like Guns N' Roses, yeah.
From Guns N' Roses sings it.
Yeah, so he's confirming Desert House. Yeah, it just hang in there. Hang in there. It's a story, and again, it's not a story I really want to tell the details of on air, but it's an interesting story. The whole story is fascinating. And it is I could tell the story of the Desert House in long form fashion, and it would be genuinely entertaining. There's a lot of entertaining aspects to it. I'm not going to do it on the show, though. I mean, I don't mean to kind of dangle that out there. Maybe someday, maybe somewhere, but not now. For now, I just want to kind of hold firm and wait.
So what we were going to want to do is get that corner cleaned out, and hopefully they get the house to bring it over there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm looking at that. I don't know how long. 2 months? 3 months.
That's pretty.
At the point.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Sitting there watching it, just seeing the stuff pile up in that corner.
Yeah. Uncle, how do you feel about this new graphic I made here? You like this with your logo?
This seems pretty nice over here.
Yeah.
I like the colors of this.
I
wish we could put this into the face of me.
That is the face of you right there.
No. This.
Oh, that. Okay, here, look.
Into
there.
My face. Into that.
Oh, yeah. We can do anything.
I like that. That would be nice. It would be a color like a rainbow.
Anything you can imagine here, we can make, Uncle. So take that, Disney. We'll show you how it's done. Yeah. We got our own Imagineering we can do around these parts. So. Yeah, it's exciting. I've been spending a lot of time making these graphics for the live streaming.
I know you were fooling around this week with it.
Yeah,
I've been with with your computer, the yellow one, whatever that is, putting it onto this.
And now we got Lucum in the chat over at Twitch. So let me give a quick look at the numbers on the stream. Okay, we've got some people over on Twitch, so thank you for going over there. Like I said, just keep the channel on after the show ends. I'm going to just keep the stream up. I'm going to probably hang around and do a couple things. Yeah. So just we'll see. I want to goof around and just have fun with it. It's just a fun thing, and we'll see what we can do there. But Uncle, the Ochelling.com chat room is just bouncing all over the place tonight.
I can hear it in my ears.
You hear that?
I hear them.
I like that because it's good feedback. You know that people are talking on that end. I like the kind of like every time somebody leaves a comment at the Ochelling.com chat room, we hear this little click, the same noise that you hear when you're on Ochelling.com in the chat, the same noise we hear in our headphones. So
that's what I'm hearing now. This side's going crazy. This side's going crazy. I'm just getting like a ping pong game. It's like a ping pong thing.
Would you say that you like that, Uncle? Do you like to hear that sound as we're doing this?
It's okay. That tells me somebody's in there.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I wouldn't like have it. You know, we could be talking and have nothing to hear, but we hear that click, click, ting tong thing, and we know that they're yapping in there. So we know that they're either listening or talking to each other.
Yeah, something's going on in there, huh? Something's happening at the Ochelling.com chat room. And for anybody who happens to be watching on the YouTube, the Twitch, or one of the other channels, with the magic of these graphics, I can pull up the Ochelling.com chat room, and you can see that. Yeah. So anybody watching the live stream video can see all the chats. I'm pulling up the Ochelling.com chat now, and we can see what people are saying. They're talking about ping pong. I prefer 7. I have 10 on a laptop. That's Lucum. And
talking about the interaction of Windows and the different browsers and the problems. And, Flash is about to go away, so that's going to be a whole other thing on the internet in the next 24 hours.
Flash?
Yeah.
Flash who?
The Flash player for videos and stuff. And a lot of other functionality, it's going to go away. It's going to stop being used.
What happened?
It's just it's an internet.
Internet?
Yeah, it's an internet thing is all that is, Uncle. It's just a little, it's a internet technology that allows the playing of videos and things like that online.
That's unusual. Well, not enough music to come. We can add it to a music band.
Yeah,
something
we can.
If we can it can be eliminated him.
Yeah, well, music's fun.
Music would be in place of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can actually do that if they wanted to.
Yeah. We can dance if we want to.
Dance if you want to.
Yeah, I know. Right, Uncle? Safety dance.
Who is that guy? That Top Gun man.
Top Gun man? Where is he?
I haven't heard from him.
We talk about Tom Cruise?
Tom Cruise. The one that talked about Tom Cruise.
Oh, the guy who gives us all of our Tom Cruise news.
Right.
The Tom Cruise news anchor man.
Yeah.
I don't know where he got to.
I haven't heard from him.
I know. Where are we going to get our cruise news from if Cruise News Anchorman isn't there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember if we covered this on the New Year's Revolution or not, but the rescheduled Top Gun 2 release is now this summer. So I don't know if Uncle knew that or not.
This summer it's coming out.
Yeah, July this year now.
Oh, wow, it's about time. I'm telling you, I think he wants to get on screen is bad enough we want to see him on screen. The Tom Cruise himself.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because he's tired of waiting.
He does not like being away from the limelight. He's got to get back in there.
But the point I'm saying is it going to be in the movies or is it going to be... That's the question.
Yeah, is it just going to be streaming on TV? Yeah, that's a question.
That's the question I'd like to ask them.
It's a good question.
Yeah, see, I think that's why they put it in the summer, though, because they're experimenting now with doing both, Uncle, where, released in theaters, but then again, a lot of places the theaters aren't open and running. So you also have the streaming option, and maybe they'll make it, available for purchase on one of the platforms or maybe multiple platforms.
I think that's the way they're going.
Yeah, I think that's the way it's going, but we're going to have to stay tuned like everything else. Wait and see, right?
Yeah. I still can't wait to see what happens. That is the show that I have been waiting to see. I want to see how it starts. I mean, we saw the part of it, but I'd like to see in the first 10 episodes, how does it begin? That's what I'm waiting
So
to
you're
see.
hoping that the Top Gun 2 will be like a backstory.
Of the part one.
It will be, that's
something like. I mean, and they kind of do a kind of a mixture, I would think.
You definitely could.
Nobody going to play games over there. We are going to we're going to be watching this Top Gun.
Okay.
Then them people square. I watch Top Gun. I don't want to watch playing games on it. I don't want.
On the TV. We're not allowed to play games on the TV.
Not until we get that show to watch.
Okay.
And then after that, fine.
No games, all Top Gun.
Not
all day.
I want to watch Top Gun.
Yeah, okay.
I'm telling you to tell them.
All right, I'll let the family know. Like, no more playing games on the TV. This TV is reserved for Top Gun viewing only.
Well, to watch and see the beginning of that show.
We'll put a little sign. We'll tape a little sign to it.
Because we gotta review that one after we watch it with you know who.
Yeah, Pierce Redmond.
That's the man.
He's Cruise News anchor, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the one.
That's our Cruise News source. Is Porkins
and Policy.
Pierce Redmond of PorkinsPolicyReview.com. You need your cruise news. Cruise on over to PorkinsPolicyReview.com, where you can catch up with the latest on Tom Cruise and whatever wackiness he might be up to.
I don't know what he's up to.
Our man Porkins is going to be covering that.
Yeah.
So it looks like they have a Tom Cruise mask in the chat room at Ochelling.com.
Mask?
Creative Accidents has posted a bizarre, creepy Tom Cruise mask that we could print out. And
it's a face.
Yeah, it's a face. What do you think of that? Would you wear that, Uncle? Would that be a good Halloween costume?
I can't tell. I can see. I don't have my glasses
You can't
on.
see it? So here, you see this? It's kind of small. Here, let me see if I pull it up. Here, hold on.
Yeah, you do that. I've actually got a question for Uncle, though, because...
Yeah, I see him.
You see it? Okay. I've got a question for you, Uncle, though. I've seen these masks now that have been created by some of these artists where they actually take and they do a print, like a photo print of your face. And they put it on the mask so that when you pull it on and you line it up right, it's like you're not even wearing a mask. Now, you talk, and obviously you're talking through a mask, but your mouth doesn't move. It's a mask of your face. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I've heard of something like it.
What do you think?
It happened in the past that they had some costumes like so, face shows.
Yeah,
costumes.
Yeah, but see, this would be customized for you. Like, they would actually take your face and print it on the mask, so it looks like your face is not actually masked. But when you go to talk, your mouth doesn't move. You're talking under a mask. What do you think of that?
So that would be a weird one. But it's sort of like, the movie Halloween 1.
Okay.
With Michael, what's his name?
Michael Myers, yep.
Michael Myers. You're talking about that kind of face. Because if you look at him, it's him.
Well, no, because see, Michael Myers wears that plain white face. I'm talking about somebody literally takes a picture of your mouth, your nose, everything, right? And they put that on a mask for you so that you wear a mask of your own face.
Oh, yeah.
See, that's a mind bender, right? Isn't that weird?
Yeah. That's scary. That sounds terrifying.
I think it's very creepy. I'm just saying. Here's my face. You can actually see my face, but it's actually a mask.
Right.
Weird, right?
Yeah.
Pretty bizarre.
Yeah. Well, would you want one, Uncle?
I wouldn't have to put any more Halloween costumes together.
That's sure.
If you put it that way.
Just always be you, but be wearing the mask of you.
See, and another weird idea is, like, let's just say you and Aaron go together and you get him, right? Then you could trade. You could have Aaron's face on. He could have your face on.
Yeah, that would be. It's like.
That's face off.
Yeah.
Like face.
His face off. His face.
Yeah. I can see that happening.
Off.
Uncle, you get to be John Travolta. I really want to be Nick Cage. Can I do that?
Nick Cage?
Yeah. Yes, I would
that
like
guy,
that.
that nut.
Yeah,
that nut.
He is a nut.
Now wait a minute. You don't think John Travolta's a nut, but you think Nick Cage is a nut?
Well, I do.
Or is it mixed nuts?
I guess with acting style, Nick Cage comes off as more insane But if you analyze maybe the personal lives of them, I'm sure they're insane. But John Travolta gets that Scientology card that trumps whatever crazy Nick Cage has got for you.
Well, no matter what with Nick Cage, always you got to remember, no, not the bees.
Was that the remake of the
Wicker Man? Yeah.
Oh my God!
Not the bees.
Yeah.
Oh man, why did they remake?
Did you ever see that, Uncle Wicker Man?
No,
No.
Have you
Okay.
seen that one?
I have to see these.
It's something, Nick Cage. If you think he's crazy, watch Wicker Man. You.
Yeah. I've seen the original Wicker Man. I've yet to see the Nick Cage one, so I might have to indulge that one day.
Oh, it's an
What is it
experience.
on? Do you know what it's on?
I'm pretty sure you can get it on Netflix right now. And if I was you, get a bottle of wine. And
Go to the dollar store. I'm gonna have to watch this.
get a bottle of wine from the dollar store, and also some cheese. And just I'm telling you, I think it's necessary to accompany that movie.
He's coming in all these movies that Chuck is saying we have to investigate. I mean, this is just it. But he said, funny, we've got to look into him. Sidekick.
Not the bees. Yeah, I'm seeing.
Not the bees. I want his face off.
I'm Castor Troy. It's my personal favorite. Oh man.
Oh, what's it?
So many good moments in cinema brought to us by Nick Cage. I mean, it's undeniable.
He also was the one. He was also the one that went over to by the water with his friend. And remember, he had that.
What movie?
I think he's talking about The Rock, where he's with
The
Sean
Rock.
Connery and
Connery.
yeah.
Oh.
That's right. That one.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah, about the prison. Like, is it about Alcatraz?
Alcatraz.
Yeah,
It is, right?
what happens is what is his name? Ed I can't remember his name, but believe me, it's an actor whose name you'd know is a general. He plays General Hummel, and they turn around and take over Alcatraz and bring BX rockets to Alcatraz. And Nick Cage is an FBI chemical weapons specialist.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that one. Mm-hmm.
That one.
And so Sean Connery is, one of these forgotten agents of all sorts of black ops from the past, and they have to recruit him to go and break into Alcatraz to try and stop these renegade sort of soldiers for hire that are threatening to launch VX rockets on San Francisco from Alcatraz. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I remember that movie.
That one. That's what I'm talking about.
I do.
He's your man. He's your man.
He is.
The contest of the science man. He's your science man that you're talking about.
He's my science.
That's the one.
He's my science czar.
I'm
Where
not
I
just a
try to-
chemical freak. I'm a chemical super freak. Nick Cage says in that movie. I love that line.
I liked him when he was driving over to Vegas. I like that one.
Oh, leaving Las Vegas.
Flying to Vegas, or what it was.
Oh, Con Air. Con Air you're
Con
talking
Air.
about. Yeah.
I like that one. When he was doing teared the whole place apart. Going into the plane going right down into Las Vegas, where they were playing the money.
Well, this is your barbecue, Cyrus, and it sure does taste good.
See?
Yeah.
I told you he was good. I mean, it keeps proving itself over and over. It won't stop doing that tonight. So,
Yeah, well, and then you could get into Raising Arizona. I'll take these Huggies and all the money you got in the drawer there.
I love that movie. I mean, Coen Brothers, first of all, but yeah, that movie's great. I love I mean, you like that movie, right, Chuck?
I got to admit, I liked it when it came out for sure. And I actually am somebody who appreciates The Rock, even though there is, a lot of silly premise built in there, and they do not accurately describe certain things about VX guests and all that. But that's okay. It's Hollywood. It's an interesting idea. And I keep forgetting the guy, Ed, is it Ed Harris who plays the general? I can't remember if that's who it is, but he's a standard, high-grade Hollywood actor who, winds up playing in positions of authority. And it was interesting there. He's supposed to be the full-on General Hummel, who is a Vietnam War hero and all that in that movie. It's pretty interesting. I think it's Ed Harris, but
probably.
Don't
it sounds like a role he would have. Yeah, Ed Harris. I don't remember, but that sounds right.
So, meanwhile, you got about, 18 minutes left here in the Uncle Show, believe it or not, and we've definitely talked movies and all that stuff. And still, the phone lines are open if anybody wants to jump in here toward the end. 319-527-5016. They are wide open. I am here waiting to catch your calls. And if somebody wants to be added via Skype, just send me a message, charles.ochelli. So there you have it, and I'll shut up now. But I wanted to help out with the movie discussion because it's always fun talking movies with Uncle. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Yeah, call on in, 319-527-5016. If you're not watching the live stream video, check that out. Again, after the show, stick around on the Twitch. I'll play some music. I think I'm just going to play a couple songs and give commentary on it and just have some fun. So all sorts of cool stuff going on here. Let's mention the Patreon. We never mentioned the Patreon on the show.
Patreon. Mention the Patreon.
Tell them how it works, Uncle.
The Patreon is you pay whatever you can pay.
You pay whatever you can pay. It doesn't
that's
matter.
more.
It's a recurring payment every month.
Payment and what you can afford. More, I can say.
You could pay $1 a month if you want. That's fine. We'd be thrilled.
Even a nickel a month or whatever you can.
You probably could do a nickel a month. I don't know.
Whatever it is.
You probably could.
But you can at least for the epicon of that, so the show can continue.
It keeps us so we can pay to have our leprechaun that runs our website.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, it'll be gone, and the magic that is UncleThePodcast.com just won't be there anymore. And inevitably, the show will just fizzle out and go away. So we don't want that. So if you could, just join the Patreon. It's at UncleThePodcast.com, and $3 a month or more, you get access to bonus podcast. Once a month, I do a bonus podcast. It's typically me doing a show like for the Age of Transitions because, Uncle, here's a controversial idea I'd like to hear what you think about. My show, The Age of Transitions, and your show, Uncle the Podcast, it's almost like they're one show.
It actually is, when you think about it.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I
Really?
think so, because the only difference is the hours.
Yeah,
I'm second, you're first, and
That's
and
it.
It will go. That system. Well, I'm watching my clock. Dang, I'm telling myself he's not on yet. 7 o'clock comes around. Oh yeah, he's on now. It was in. They were down there chowing food down, and they're not done and getting ready. I mean, I was listening to. Of course, I was listening to a show at the time. But
interesting, yeah.
And I was watching the time.
Wow, I expected to face more resistance on that opinion, Uncle. I didn't know that you'd so readily agree that our shows are the same show. But I'm happy. I'm happy that you're of that opinion.
It's the same. It's actually the same, but it's not kind like mine.
Yeah.
Real life is mine.
Yes.
You have more of a study kind of show. It's a study kind of show.
Yeah,
your show has a little bit of, let's say, servicemen or army or or a president or talking that kind of way.
Yeah.
Well, there's
You know
more
what I mean?
there's more politics and news on Aaron's Hour, but as somebody who has
politics.
been putting this out as one thing, because that's what I've done since the beginning, is put it out as here's 2 hours, and they're definitely separate hours, but here's one podcast for you. There are some people who have come to your show now and heard it that way as one thing. Yeah, but they definitely see the separation in the two shows, but it also works as a package where it's like, here's one way of looking at things in the first hour, and then in the next hour we have more fun. And,
right. That was my fun. My part of my side is the fun part.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and yours is more like a serious problem that, of course, we have right at this moment. Not hard to say, but they're having a problem in that house of theirs. But this would go to your part.
Sure.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I
talking
think
about?
we're all on the same page. We understand it's the same show, it's different shows. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, but see, both hours are quirky, right? And definitely it's a unique thing, whether you're looking at it as two shows or one. It's still a unique thing. And you know what? For people that don't want to listen to, Aaron going through, transhumanism and politics and all that, they can just skip it and go straight to Uncle and just, what's the random thing that's going to go on? What's going on in Uncle's world, which is, thankfully different than what a lot of us are getting stressed out about. You know what I mean? And that's the great thing about it.
I see your point. Like I can example something. When you said thought of something here, Chuck. It gave me something to think about. In a standpoint of when his show goes on, say a person is stressed. Right. He wants to listen. He comes over to my show and it relaxes him.
Sure.
In times of being going over to his show, it gets tensed up.
Tensed up. Yeah.
Is that
well? It's the other way around. I tense them up, and then you, like a masseuse, come in and work your magic and take out all of the stress and pressure that I've built up.
Right.
Not intentionally. I'm sorry, but then you relieve that stress, and then everything's fine at the end.
Right, and it's that's what I mean.
Right, and the great thing about it, really, to me, and I really appreciate this about the 2 hours, is that no matter what's going on, when Uncle comes on, it's time to not get all stressed out about everything. It could be even when Uncle talks about something that and don't be mad at me, Uncle, but sometimes you talk about stuff I don't even care about it, but I love listening to you talk about it. Because it's just fun to go through how you're viewing this stuff. Gives me a whole different way of looking at certain things. And whether it's serious or it's, a movie or video games or, or what happened with the dog or the kids, it doesn't matter. It's just...
You gotta understand.
Yeah, go ahead.
You gotta understand something. We are two kinds of people.
Mm-hmm.
And I do my way. Of course, he does his way.
Right.
And we go back and forth between this operation back and forth thing. I'm the relaxed man. He's the tension man, if you want to put it that way.
Right.
I mean, that's the way it operates.
200 degrees. That's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, and I'm Mr. Cool, Mr. Kind.
Well, see, and the good thing on my network is that when Aaron comes on, even though he's the tension man between the two of you, he's a lot calmer than me. See, I get off on these rants. I get all upset about certain things, whatever. Then Aaron comes on.
Your episodes. You do get upset a little.
Yeah.
I've been listening to your episodes.
He's been watching.
Listening. And
lurking.
Noticing that.
Mm-hmm. Came up.
No.
He noticed that about you, Chuck.
No, I appreciate it. And the great thing is, though, again, is that, participating in the Uncle Show, though, gives me the desire to sometimes say, you know what, we're not going to go into stuff that's going to be, upsetting or what's wrong with the world around us or anything else. Sometimes I do stuff kind of just because it's like my way of trying to do Uncle's thing of let's relax for a minute and just enjoy something. Like, when I did the interview with the guy from Ghost Season recently, we didn't get into deep politics that much or any of that stuff. We just talked about music. And, just doing something like that sometimes is a great thing to just let it go. And that's why I love the fact that you're actually perfect on the second hour. I know you guys talked about switching at one point, but I wouldn't want it that way. I like Uncle finishing out the broadcast week because it's like, you know what, at the end of all this stuff, let's just kind of relax and go through it Uncle's way. I love that. I love that. And I just wanted to thank you for it, actually, because it's a very good way to just put a cap on the week. So, and you've only got about, say, 7 minutes left here. So I don't know if you want to get to your shout-outs or whatever it is else you need to clear up here, but
yes, we need some shout-outs.
But it's really good, and I'm so happy to be part of this, guys. Both of you let me be part of this. I really appreciate it.
Oh, I'm the one that actually asked you. If you come to think of it, I've asked Sidekick. I know he couldn't do it all. Even though what he's trying to do it, I know he couldn't do it all.
It's a heavy load.
I had to ask you, Chuck, if you'd appreciate to help us, and it should have come out that way.
Yeah, we're happy. We're very glad to be here on the Ochelling Radio Network. Every Friday night. It's exciting. It's always something to look forward to, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, shout out to Chuck Ochelling, our producer. How about that?
Shout out to you. Oh, that's
number one shout out for the night.
For the night.
Who else you got, Uncle, on the shout outs?
We got the I have to have that special one, like with the bear pass away one. I always have
Yosemite Bear.
Yosemite Bear. I just has something about him that
Paul Bear Vasquez, the late
away,
great,
and the Wine Bob. Shout out to Bobcat, and shout out to all these beer stores, all kind of beer collection people.
Shout out to our beer stores,
beer stores and dollar stores.
Yep.
Would like to know what their menus of beers are like.
We'd love to peruse your menu. Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Been dry lately since New Year's.
I'll get back to the dollar store, and we'll get dollar store beer reviews in. We'll get more.
I just need a few sometime.
I'll cut together some audio clips from Daily Life. Yeah. Those are coming up.
Daily Life, those are very good. And the Biff people, and all the shout out to the room, the chops are in my ear.
Yeah, the Ochelling.com
Ochelling.com, man.
Shout out to all you.
All you guys.
Lucum Creative Accidents, Phase Shifter. Who else? We've got Amir and Elvan tonight.
Things like that.
What else is in there tonight? That's who I see tonight. Yes, shout out to all of you.
And a shout out to Sunshine. Boy, still like to know where she is, but shout out to her again.
Shout out to you.
And so you take it from here.
Okay.
Quick question, Aaron, really fast. Bumwine Bob, I was kind of surprised, did not show up on the Revolution, did he?
Yes. Well, from the start, he wasn't sure if he would or not. It was just kind of a maybe thing. So he didn't. But we'll see. There's always next year. And we had done 2 of the holiday shows with him previously. Or we had done.
Okay.
Did we do 2? No, we did 1. We did one this year. Sometimes we do 2. We did 1 this year.
The year I remember that was the
2.
Santa Claus wine that you got sick off of. That's the one I remember.
I think that's like 2 years ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, that been 2 years ago.
Yeah, we won't forget that.
I just can't.
Okay.
I can't believe him not.
Hey.
I can be a wine.
Sweet memories.
Of course.
That has got into my head.
Santa wine.
It just puts wine.
Careful of that wine from the dollar store. The beer is quite good, but the wine I wouldn't recommend. I gotta give a shout out to JG Michael because we were scheduling a show, but JG has some stuff that he had. I told him, like, man, just take some time away because he's one of those fairly epic producers, almost as much as Chuck, but he produces a lot of material. I know he works hard. It's like, man, you don't need to come on the show. We'll do it another time. We'll have JG back.
What is the guy that's doing our shows? What was his name?
That's Nick.
How is he doing? Shout out to Nick.
Shout out to Nick.
I want him to.
My coworker, friend.
How he's doing?
He has like, it's like. I don't know what you call it. It's not a clothing line. It's like this design thing he's doing. It's called Future End, and he's got a lot of. He's gave me a vinyl sticker. I should have it right here with me, but I don't. It's in the other room. I wish I could hold it up. It'd be perfect to hold up and show. I'll have that for next week on the show. Remind me of Future End. And he's Cemetery Gates on Instagram, so you can follow him there. Okay. But yeah, Nick's a good guy, and we'll have to have him on the show one of these days.
Yeah, I gotta ask how he's doing.
Maybe even in person sometime. So yeah, shout out Nick and shout out JG, Parallax Views podcast. We'll have you back, JG. It's always great to talk to you. And we'll have just more guests, more interesting content, more of Uncle the podcast here in 2021, come what may. We're here, Uncle. We're not going anywhere.
We're not on nowhere because we still don't have our shots in our arms yet. But the president says they're coming out. When are we going to see them?
President's orders. Better get it.
I know.
Look out. Get in line, everybody. It's a long line, but get in it. Yeah. So there we go.
You had a chance of getting it, Chuck, by the way?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to get it, Uncle. I got to be honest with you. It's one of those things. I'm watching them have problems with it, and it's going to be not something for my family. I think, honestly.
Well,
yeah.
I thought. Well, they say it's going to be it makes something wrong with it, but I'm scared to know if I could do it now.
We've got some people super gung-ho for it, some people super gung-ho against it. So it's going to be interesting to see how all that plays out as the months roll on.
Well, they got 65 and older that's going now all over the place. You just go to LA's parking lot or go down to,
Disneyland.
Uh-huh. Got them all over
Very
the place.
Very odd.
I'd rather have it in the hospital.
Yeah, that makes the most sense, doesn't it? But hey, why make sense?
To have it go out.
Why bother doing something like that?
Out of the area where it's supposed to actually come from. The hospital.
Yeah, but Uncle, we're here at the tail of the show. I think we do have to close this out. So let's see here. I think we made all of our shout-outs. We're at Uncle Podcast on social media. So that's Instagram, Twitter, at Uncle Podcast.
I just want to drop one last shout out, and that's to Tony Hurst for actually accomplishing getting the music back, because for months and months and months, Uncle was so upset that he could not hear his intro and his outro. But Tony Hurst helped me straighten it out, so shout out to him.
Shout out to him.
Thank you, Tony. We owe you. We are indebted to you.
Yeah. I forgot about
it. We do appreciate that. Thank you, Tony. I'd like to hear from Tony too. Well, we should have him on as a guest.
I want to put him on. We should do. Could we get set up?
Would he do that, Chuck?
It's late at night for him, but you could always ask him. I mean, I'm sure he'd be pleased to do it one night when he's willing to stay up that late. So, and who knows? I might actually try and encourage you to have Dr. Rock on too, which is another guy who's working with Tony over at the Post-Truth Hub, which is an interesting thing going on over there. They're playing a lot of music, actually. Oh. and suggesting that things like reggae music are very cool as medicine themselves, because a lot of people are going through a lot of things psychologically. And quite honestly, music can be like
a violin.
A violin.
Well, yeah. I'm thinking about playing music here on Twitch after Uncle the Podcast here. So stay tuned on Twitch. Give me a couple minutes because I got to situate some things, but I should be there playing some music. So what a good segue, everybody. Thank you, Chuck.
There you go.
Very good.
Yeah, we're at Uncle Podcast social media, UncleThePodcast.com, the website. Subscribe to the podcast, of course, Ochelling.com, live every Friday night, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join us, call in, join the show. It's Uncle the Podcast. Uncle, why don't you bring us on home here?
It's the show. Bye-bye.